Okay, hello my darlings, it's Michaela. So I just thought as I was racking my brain about what I might be able to impart that could be useful, is potentially why we start a body face up here at still point. And the reason why is because it's actually a more effective way to deal with the pain that you might be complaining about. Most people complain about pain on the back of their body. Pain shows up where there's weakness. A muscle that is in pain, generally, almost 100% of the time, or as many times as I've ever worked on someone, generally, the area of complaint hurts because it is weaker than the surrounding area, definitely weaker than the front of the body, generally, and able to be pulled on. So typically when people come in, if you've ever had this situation, and this is how most therapists start a body, is face down. And there's often an attitude and an agreement like, oh, just work on that spot, like spend so much time, like, elbows and knees and whatever else you might want to throw on there. And the deal is, it feels good for the duration that things are being done, but if you've ever noticed that generally it doesn't resolve the situation, and sometimes it can actually exacerbate it. So, in general, the body is stronger and tighter on the front. How we use it in our culture, we are typically forward and down. We're at a computer, we're in a car, we're sitting on the couch, we're, standing at the counter, making dinner, we're reading, we're looking at a tablet, we're looking at our phone, we're forward and down. And then we do things from this position to reinforce that position and to reinforce strength in that position. Anyway, so because of that, that is why most people have discomfort in the back of their bodies, because the back of their bodies are weaker and looser, able to be pulled on. So that feeling of tension is not tension due to contraction, it's tension due to overextension. So when we work on the overextended area first, we actually loosen something that's too long. That's why it hurts. It's the brain getting involved saying, hey, no, like this is too long. This is actually going to get injured, and that's when a spasm will occur as well, when it's like, this is out of hand. So we need to make these muscles contract when things feel kind of like bound up, frozen. That's where spasms come from, because muscles are way too long. Anyway, so to loosen a system, loosen an aspect of your body that's already too long is kind of disaster. So bringing blood to the area, yay, but not taking tension off of that first is foolhardy. And so this is often why people will talk about, like, I love massage, but it feels good while it's happening. I feel good for like an hour afterwards, and then I feel the same. And that's why. So the reason why we start on the front of the body is to actually address what could be, what is more than likely contributing to the pull on the back of your body. I always talk about the fact that position, the ways to eliminate pain or to prevent it are generally position and strength. So having joints over joints basically enables your skeleton to support the back of your body versus little muscles that aren't designed to do that, and or having an element of strength, certainly in the back of your body. Even if you have crappy posture, the muscles will have more integrity in them. So they'll be able to be kind of pulled on, and they won't be able to go past a certain point. There is a point of diminishing returns, but those are two really great, preventative measures. Joints over joints, sticking out your butt, picking up your chest, and making sure your body is strong. Actually lift weights, things like that, deliberately pulling. That's what muscles on the back of the body do. They pull. Muscles on the front of the body push. So at any rate, so that's why we start with the body face up. And so with that, we give ourselves, we give you the best chance of actually enabling the muscle in question to have tension taken off of it so it can relax back to an appropriate length. Okay? So that's why we do these things. So I don't know, I hope that assists in entering or putting a little more logic into this equation that sometimes feels haphazard, unclear, and also to educate you as to what you might wish to do independently to potentially even prevent the need for a massage. Massage is freaking wonderful. It's good for so many reasons. But if it's something where like, ooh, you know, this is due to me being hunched over, and what I can do is I can stretch the front of my body and I can sit up. And that actually takes a heck of a lot of tension away from that area. Great. You still may need more things, but at the very least, being able to give yourself instant relief is really freaking useful. All right? That's it. So I'll just mention several things. I've been talking about fat burning for a while. This is something I do on the outside. If you are someone who is like, as we head towards warmer months, freaking out, or just even feeling like, you know what, like I am ready to be caring for my body in a different way. I want to feel better. I want to feel healthy. I want to have more energy. I would like to drop a few pounds in a way that feels comfortable. I would totally encourage you to check out fat burning and the 5-week program, Fat Burning Mastery, that I take people through. Many clients of Still Point have done this with me, as well as those in the land of social media. Then also, if you're someone that is like, you know what, like I want to be stronger. I would like to know how to strengthen the back of my body so I can help prevent pain. And perhaps I would even like to know how to do that without the risk of getting hurt. I do several things. I'm going to just list a series of coaching programs, one of which is something called Power and Pain that's predominantly focused on preventing injury and understanding how to be strongest. But then also if you're like, I want a particular shape that can also do particular things, I would encourage you to check out that coaching program, doing things in person but also online. If you just need a plan and as well as a bit of accountability and like a touch point, that might be appropriate for you. And then the last thing that I just want to share that is so freaking exciting is I have a new podcast, and it's called Unbound. It is focused on the topics of fat loss and fitness, and really about freedom, both knowing like what does what with the body, but also having this feeling of joy as a way of life. Especially within, while still getting what you want. Often when people are interested in losing weight and or, you know, looking, feeling, functioning in a certain way, it tends to come at a heavy price and in a heavy-handed manner. And that is something that I am completely opposed to, and also quite solid about the fact that this, like, something great, or perhaps something that, you know, what do I want to say, that might have typically come with a sense of deprivation or rigidity, doesn't have to, both in your self-treatment and also the behaviors that you need to do in order to get it. Okay? So anyway, I would totally encourage you to check out all those things. All right? That's it. I love you. Until next time.